2023 has been crazy. The past few years have been crazy. But today's video, we'll be looking at some of the latest news.
The Chinese spy balloon situation has just got a whole lot stranger. So here's the update. Firstly, China has confirmed the balloon
spy
is
balloon,
there, but said
star in the
it's a
sky,
harmless weather balloon misguided by unexpected winds. The Pentagon have rejected this claim, saying we know it's a surveillance balloon and that it has violated US airspace and international law. They also confirmed that a second balloon is currently flying over Latin America. Biden declined to answer any questions.
There's two balloons now.
The US Secretary of State was set to meet with top
There's probably
Chinese
more
officials this weekend, but is now cancelled. The governor of Montana said that he wasn't even informed by the Pentagon about the balloon until it was pretty much past the state. This video, which has racked up several millions of views, was posted by a woman on Twitter who claims that she saw an explosion in the sky in Montana.
You see that flash?
Followed by a trail of smoke. However, the city of Billings, which is where this was taken, confirmed that there was not any explosions, and no other evidence has surfaced to verify the claims of this video. The balloon continues its undisturbed tour of America, and the Pentagon says that it poses no danger to people on the ground. As more is available, I'll make another update.
5 months ago, the UK got warned by Russia.
Russian state television have issued a brazen warning that Moscow could wipe out Britain with a nuclear tsunami.
Britain, they seem to be rambling. Why do they threaten vast Russia with nuclear weapons while they are only a small island? Another option is to plunge Britain into the depths of the sea using Russian underwater robotic drone Poseidon. The explosion of this torpedo close to Britain's shores will raise a giant wave, a tsunami of 500
snap.
meters.
This some 2012 type stuff.
Carrier of extremely high doses of radiation. Surging over Britain, it will turn what is left of it into radioactive desert.
The 4th of October 2020 to 2 days ago.
There are some new concerns out of Russia this morning as well. A nuclear-capable Russian submarine said to carry a one-of-its-kind nuclear device has left its base.
Italian newspaper says it got its hands on a NATO warning about the Belgorod. That's the submarine. And analysis.
They need to stop with these nukes.
Torpedo that uses nuclear power.
They're trying to destroy the world.
This week around the world. Warmer temperatures are leading to a rise in dangerous fungal infections. Yes, just like in The Last of Us. The average human body temperature is too hot for most fungi to thrive. However, rising global temperatures could lead some fungi to adapt to heat stress, a new study has warned. Infectious disease specialists say this could lead to the possibility of previously harmless fungi becoming potential pathogens that could infect a human host, as well as expanding to new geographic regions. A Russian teenager is facing up to 10 years in jail for posting an Instagram story that criticized the war in Ukraine. 19-year-old Olesia Kristova is charged with discrediting the Russian army and the justification of terrorism. Australia is removing the British monarchy from its paper currency. The country's new $5 bill will feature an indigenous design instead of the image of King Charles III. The $5 bill was the last banknote to still bear the image of a monarch, although the king, Australia's head of state, will still appear on Australia's coins. A 15-year-old playing hide-and-seek in Bangladesh accidentally traveled to Malaysia after falling asleep in a shipping container.
Whoa. I don't think he just fell asleep in no container. Like, what? Like, I got a 6-year-old. He would not fall asleep in no container. Somebody took that boy.
6 days later by Malaysian port authorities after unintentionally sailing 2,300 miles across the Indian Ocean.
That's messed up.
Authorities rescued the exhausted and dehydrated boy after a worker heard him making noise from inside the container. He was taken to the hospital, and authorities are currently in the process of repatriating him to Bangladesh. Italy's Supreme Court has ruled that grandchildren are not obligated to see their grandparents if they don't want to. It's the result of a years-long family feud that went all the way to the nation's highest court. 2 grandparents took action in Milan Juvenile Court, saying they were unable to meet their grandchildren due to a family conflict with the parents. The grandparents won and were granted visitation in the presence of a social worker. However, the parents appealed the decision and won, with the Supreme Court ruling that an unwelcome and unwanted relationship cannot be imposed.
That's
in one of
messed
the most
up.
deadly single-day events the world
Can't even
has
see our own
seen
family.
in years. Turkey and Syria have been hit by not only one but 2 massive earthquakes. Almost
Man, this is
2,000
messed
people
up
have been
too.
confirmed dead. And
This
sadly,
earthquake
that
is
number is
crazy.
expected to climb quickly as thousands more are currently trapped under rubble in very cold.
The last I checked, the death toll was at 20,000 and rising. It's crazy.
Conditions. The first 7.8 magnitude earthquake hit while most people were asleep inside their houses and apartments at roughly 1 a.m. The second 7.5 magnitude earthquake hit 12 hours later, and only furthered the destruction of buildings made unstable by the first. Currently, almost 3,000 buildings have collapsed. To put this event into perspective, a similar magnitude earthquake that hit Izmit in Turkey in 1999 killed more than 17,000 people and left more than 250,000
So
homeless.
Turkey just
US,
gets
UK,
hit with
Israel,
earthquakes all the
Russia,
time,
and China
huh?
are among just some of the countries that have publicly offered aid. And just to make things even crazier, yet another earthquake of 4.2 magnitude was felt in Buffalo, New York on the same day. But I'll make a separate video on
I didn't hear anything about the one in Buffalo.
So I'll do my best to keep you guys
Only the
updated.
one in Turkey.
Here's what happened in the world
What's
today.
going on in the world?
Wanted a 36-hour Christmas truce or ceasefire with Ukraine. Yet Ukraine just rejected the proposal. One of El Chapo's sons was arrested in Mexico, which has caused an outbreak in violence in some cities. Gunfire, carjackings, and even a plane that was trying to leave the city was hit with gunfire, causing the flight to be delayed. This British man was shot dead in Jamaica. Interestingly enough, it was a contract killing set up from within Britain itself.
Here is just some of what has happened around the world in the last 24 hours alone. 2 major earthquakes hit Turkey and Syria, killing thousands of people. At a similar time, another smaller earthquake hit Buffalo, New York. Italy had to put out an urgent tsunami warning following the earthquakes. A huge fire broke out at a warehouse in Chicago Heights, with smoke stretching over 1,000 feet high. Thousands of computer servers around the world were targeted by a massive ransomware hacking attack, and an urgent evacuation alert was put out by officials in Ohio over explosion concerns after a train derailed from the track.
Yo, there's some crazy stuff going on in the world. Guys, comment down below. What's the most crazy news that you guys seen today? Don't forget to turn your notification bell on, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, YouTube, peace.